Hello everyone. In this video I am going to explain problems on mergers and acquisition. See here, the following data relates to two companies P and Q. So number of equity shares, company P 20,000, company Q 10,000. Profit after taxes 80,000, 30,000. Price earnings ratio, that is PE ratio 25 and 13. Earnings per share EPS rupees 4 and rupees 3. Here company P is considering the purchase of company Q in exchange of one share of P for every two shares held in Q. So now P company is considering the purchase of Q company. So here the exchange of one share of P for every two shares held in Q. So for every two shares of Q, here P company is issuing only one share. So that is the exchange ratio is equals to 1:2. So 1 of P company and 2 shares of company Q. You are required to illustrate the impact of merger on earnings per share, assuming that there would be synergy benefits equal to 25% increase in the present earnings after tax due to merger. See here, we need to illustrate the impact of merger on earnings per share. So what is the impact of mergers on EPS, assuming that there would be synergy benefits equal to 25% increase in the present earnings after taxes due to merger. So we have to assume that there is a synergy benefits. So synergy means the benefits derived due to the merger. So here in merger, generally the common phenomena is that 1 plus 1 is equals to 3, not 2, because when there are two companies merged together, when there are two companies combined together, then some additional benefits will be derived from their combination. So that is why the reason here the synergy benefits are assumed as 25% increase in the present earnings after taxes due to the merger. So here the synergy benefits is nothing but 25% increase in the earnings after taxes due to the merger. So this is what about the question. Now coming to the solution. See here, the exchange ratio is 1:2, that is 0.5. The exchange ratio is 1:2, that is 0.5, because two shares of target company, that is one share of acquiring company. So here two shares of target company and one share of acquiring company. So that is 50% only the exchange ratio, that is 1:2 is equals to 50, 0.5. Okay, so here now we are calculating EPS post merger. So here actually what is the EPS for P before merger? It is 4 and rupees 3 for company Q. Now here we are calculating what is earnings per share post merger. So post merger means here after merger. See here the formula: earnings of acquiring company plus earnings of target company, that is combined earnings, ante earnings of both the companies plus synergy benefits divided by number of shares of acquiring company plus number of shares of target company into swap ratio. See here the combined earnings, see 80,000 and 30,000. So here 80,000 plus 30,000. Okay, so plus synergy benefits. So how to calculate synergy benefits? See here, synergy benefits 25% on earnings. So here the total earnings of the combined firm is 1,10,000 into 25% increase annadu. So 25 divided by 100, that is equals to 27,500 are the synergy benefits. See here 1,10,000 is the combined earnings into there would be a synergy benefits of 25%, that is 25 by 100, that is equals to 27,500. Now here 27,500 is the synergy benefit divided by number of shares of acquiring company. So here what is the acquiring company? Here the acquiring company is P. Here the number of shares are 20,000. What are the number of shares of Q? 10,000. So here 20,000 number of shares of acquiring company 20,000 plus number of shares of target company 10,000 into here what is the swap ratio or exchange ratio? 0.5. So 10,000 into 0.5 means 5,000. So 5,000 plus 20,000 25,000. Now 1,10,000 plus 27,500 that is equals to 1,37,500 divided by 25,000 shares that is equals to 5.5. Now what is the merger? I mean EPS after merger means here the EPS after merger 5.5. Now we will see what is the impact. Here impact of merger on earnings per share company P EPS pre-merger. So before merger what is the EPS? See here the EPS is rupees 4. Okay, so here EPS is rupees 4 before merger and here this is the EPS post merger that is equals to 5.5. We calculated here now. So here that is 5.5. Okay, now what is the difference? Before it is 4 and after it is 5.5. So here hence the increase in EPS is rupees 1.5. 1.5 increase in the EPS of company P. And next company Q EPS pre-merger rupees 3. So EPS pre-merger rupees 3. And see here we are calculating equivalent earnings per share of Q. So here EPS of combined firm into swap ratio. So here EPS equivalent earnings per share we are calculating for Q company, that is acquired company here, or that is target company. EPS of combined firm. So what is the EPS of combined firm? That is 5.5. EPS of combined firm is 5.5. So 5.5 into what is the swap ratio? 0.5. So that is equals to 2.75. So actually what is the pre-merger EPS? 3. Now what is the EPS here? 2.75 after merger. So here there is a reduction, that is decrease in EPS rupees 0.25. See here another problem. Rossy Limited is contemplating the purchase of Lilly Limited. Rossy Limited has 3 lakhs shares having a market price of rupees 30 per share, while Lilly Limited has 2 lakh shares selling at rupees 20 per share. The EPS of Rossy Limited and Lilly Limited are rupees 4 and 2.5 respectively. There is a proposal for exchange of 0.5 shares of Rossy Limited for 1 share of Lilly Limited. Calculate EPS after merger and the impact on EPS for the shareholders of both the companies. So here the Rossy Limited is contemplating the purchase of Lilly Limited. So here the number of shares Rossy Limited is having 3 lakhs and the market price of the share is rupees 30, while Lilly Limited has 2 lakh shares selling at rupees 20 per share. So here the EPS for the Rossy Limited is 4 and the Lilly Limited is rupees 2.25. So there is a proposal for exchange of 0.5 for shares, 0.5 shares of Rossy Limited for 1 share of Lilly Limited. So for every share of Lilly Limited, Rossy Limited is giving or offering only 0.5 shares. So calculate what is EPS after merger and the impact on EPS for the shareholders of both the companies. So here we need to calculate what is the EPS after merger and also what is the impact on EPS for the shareholders of the both the companies. See, look at the solution. See, generally in the given problem, total earnings was not given. So just given EPS for each company and number of shares. So here now we calculate first total earnings is equals to EPS into number of shares. So Rossy Limited EPS rupees 4 into number of shares are rupees 3 lakhs. Here 3 lakhs, that is equals to 4 into 3 lakhs, that equal to 12 lakhs. Next, Lilly Limited is equals to what is EPS 2.25 into the number of equity shares of Lilly Limited is 2 lakhs, that is equals to 2.25 into 2 lakhs, that equal to 4,50,000. Now what are the combined earnings? So here the earnings of Rossy Limited and earnings of Lilly Limited, that is equals to 16,50,000. Now here what is the exchange ratio or swap ratio in the given problem? Here the exchange ratio is 0.5. Now EPS after merger is equals to, see here in this given problem there are no information about synergy benefits. So we can simply take in this formula, EPS after merger is equals to combined earnings divided by number of shares of Rossy Limited, that is acquiring company, plus number of shares of target company, that is Lilly Limited, into swap ratio. So here the combined earnings are 16,50,000 taken, divided by Rossy Limited number of shares 3 lakhs and Lilly Limited number of shares 2 lakhs into swap ratio 0.5. So here 16,50,000 divided by 3 lakhs plus 2 lakhs into 0.5 means 1 lakh. So that is equals to 16,50,000 divided by 4 lakhs, that equal to here the EPS after merger is equals to rupees 4.125. Now we'll see what is the impact of merger on earnings per share of both the companies. So here calculated merger, EPS is rupees 4.125. Now what is the impact? Now we are going to discuss here impact of merger on earnings per share of both the companies. See here first Rossy Limited company EPS before merger 4 rupees. See here EPS before merger 4, here EPS before merger rupees 4 and EPS after merger, that is equals to 4.125. So EPS after merger, that is equals to 4.125. So before merger it was 4 and after merger it was 4.125. See here the increase in EPS due to the merger is 0.125 for Rossy Limited company. So similarly here we'll see Lilly Limited company, see we will calculate equivalent EPS before merger for Lilly Limited. Actually the EPS is 2.25, the swap ratio is 0.5. So 2.25 divided by 0.5, that is equals to 4.50. That is equivalent EPS before merger for Lilly Limited. So after merger, what is the EPS? Combined form EPS is 4.125. So here the decrease in EPS is 0.375. 0.375 is the decrease in Lilly Limited company. So normally in these kind of situations, here the firm which is acquiring another company will have, there will be an increase in EPS here, where in case of the target firm after merger there will be a decrease in EPS. So this is what about the two problems related to mergers and acquisitions. Thank you.